Hi, everybody, and welcome to Chattin' Bruins. It's great to have Pat here back in the house. We live another day. As I said
Somehow.
on the last show that we were together with, I said the Bruins could come back in game five and steal one. The only way that they were able to steal it, though, tonight, we need to give credit where credit is due right away, right now. You thank your lucky stars that Jeremy Swayman showed up in this game tonight to get this victory. Outstanding effort, stood on his head, and gets the Bruins now back to another game six, this time at the TD Garden, where they must continue to win and get this back to Florida again for a game seven. Could we be talking about a game seven? We're not going to go there right now. We're just going to game six right now. I'm going to welcome Pat in. I want to ask you first, though, who are you supporting on your Bruins jersey?
That doesn't show it. We got Brad Marchand out here. We got to support our fellow short fellows. Also injured with an upper body injury for the game, and the team showed up without him. So, you know what? I had to wear the jersey. I'm just throwing out a wild assumption saying he was there supporting the guys. Can't prove that, but I'm standing behind it.
What I do know on Brad Marchand is he is in, and they're not really saying much about it, he's in concussion protocol.
Yep.
I'm leaning to believe that he will be playing in game six if healthy.
Yep.
I am leaning to believe that way, and that will help the Bruins to get their captain back in play. The biggest story here, though, is you survived. You did. First period, we all know the Bruins' strength has been at least that end. And your first period got off to a great start with Morgan Geekie getting that goal, getting the Bruins on the board early, 1-0. That was big. But then you know the second and the third period become the strugglesome periods for the Bruins. It becomes the takeover game, or the defense doesn't arise to the occasion. Stupid penalties get called. Lo and behold, the Bruins were able to figure it out. It was only one goal tonight for Florida. I didn't love everything of their play tonight. I want to make sure that's clear. But you did get the right rhythm going. You were lucky enough and fortunate enough to have Jeremy Swayman in net. And I will also give the Bruins credit on block shots and defense. That tonight was your shining stars of the game. I'm going shining star A, Jeremy Swayman, but shining star B, because I have to do this because you're only as good as your defense as well. Your defense was outstanding. And the one I am going to call out specifically for great defensive play, the one I've called out many times before. He showed up for this series. He even showed up for this game tonight, and he even got a goal tonight and an assist. Charlie McAvoy. He was outstanding tonight. That is the Charlie McAvoy Bruins fans know and love. Turning it to you.
Yeah, no, totally agree. Swayman, throughout this series, has been phenomenal. I mean, I know there's been some games where he's let up goals, but from game one, he's been doing his best. I think a lot of the goals he's been letting up, I mean, look, you're a goalie, you can't save everything. That's part of the game. But he's been, for his position, and for what, second or third year guy? Younger guy.
I think it might actually be 4 year. Well, he was more like a backup or something like that. He's been in rhythm even since was he in there 2019? Yes, he was in 2019. So this would be 2024. So about 5 years, I'd say right now.
Okay, so a 5-year guy. But still, in terms of goalie, I mean, he's competing right now with Allmark, who is a great goalie.
He was the Vezina guy last year. He was your Vezina guy. Yep.
Exactly. So, you know, I got to give props to Swayman for surviving this long, but if you're the Bruins, you got to know what position you're in right now. Win or go home. And I'm turning into a delusional Boston fan. Let's win, baby. Last time you saw me here, I didn't know. But I'm really, really hoping, for the sake of this team, we keep up this energy. Because the energy was good tonight. We keep up this energy and we keep the wins going.
Yeah, they were pretty smart tonight with the puck and everything in their battles. Here's a couple stats just to throw at you. Jeremy Swayman made 28 out of 29 saves tonight. Shots on goal. This was the biggest thing that was of need of improvement, Pat. And I think you knew this, as especially the past few games. I mean, last game, I think it was 42-18 shot differentials. You can't win games that way. Tonight was pretty even. 28 shots on net for the Bruins. The Panthers had 29. Pretty even. I have no issues with that. The other one that I've had big problems with is because we've known Bergeron and Krejci not being a part of this team right now. They were your anchors at center, and they were the ones that controlled the puck in your zone. Tonight, the Bruins' face-off percentage was 46.9, much better than last game. Florida's was 53.1, so they had a little bit of an edge on that play. Power play was a moot point tonight. Bruins were 0 for 3 on that, and then the Panthers were 0 for 4. Hits. This is the biggest one out of tonight's performance that was almost like your equalizer. One of the reasons the Bruins won tonight is they were aggressive. They hit hard, and they knocked the Panthers' teeth in. 49 hits tonight versus 35 for Florida. Block shots, the other thing. Remember how I said my shining star was on the defensive front? Well, 21 of those block shots came from the Bruins to Florida's 11. Giveaways, the Bruins had 11. Florida had 17. Another big advantage for the Bruins right there. And then your takeaways was the Bruins had 3 and Florida with 8. Those are just some numbers that were thrown there. I like to look at numbers when I can, but tonight, if you do look at those numbers right in your eyes, you're going to notice the advantage Bruins. And when those numbers go 9 times out of 10 your way, you're going to win that game. And I give Bruins credit for that and helping to improve themselves in this game, vastly different from the previous 2 that we've seen.
Oh, 100%. And I think the biggest thing those numbers point out is being aggressive. I mean, coming into this season with Brad Marchand being the captain, I think the biggest thing that personally me and Brendan both were looking for was, okay, Brad Marchand, aggressive guy, willing to make those hard plays. He's going to coach that to the team. I think tonight, which is wild because they didn't have him, is when you really saw the Bruins being aggressive. I think they kind of took that and ran with it and said, okay, tonight's the night we're going to be aggressive. You had the takeaways, you had the blocks, you had all the other stats showing that. So I think the big thing against these Panthers, which they're not expecting because the Bruins this year have been a more technical team compared to Bruins in the past, obviously. If we're going way back, they're a very technical team. But I think the aggressiveness of this Bruins team kind of carried them through and kind of caught the Panthers off guard.
Speaking of aggressive, Coach Jim Montgomery was very, very aggressive from the bench. I don't know if you saw him doing the Macarena with the officials on the ice, but I greatly appreciated that laugh. Outstanding. Yep. Give it to him. Because prior to the game, he said Sam Bennett is public enemy number 1. He's going to bleep his head off. Good for him for standing up for his team and everything there. But we did have a little bit of a controversy in this game. And the controversy was another scenario where there could have been goaltending interference. I don't know if you got a chance to see that play and everything. When they went to review on that call, I'm saying to myself, here we go, deja vu. Here we go. Goal's coming back. Lo and behold, I don't know if this was a makeup call or whatnot, but we'll take it. It was close, but the officials made the right call, and we finally got a call going our way in this series. Could the tides be changing? Maybe, because that was a defining moment in this game. Instead of 2-1, it could have been 1-1, and who knows what could have happened from there. So, in a way, kind of karma comes back and gets the Bruins in a good way, or karma comes back and gets the Panthers in the bad way, and the Bruins end up taking advantage from that and now have a great win. This game gets forced now to Game 6 back at the Garden. What are you expecting in this game? That's my first question. What do the Bruins got to do? Second question, I need to know who your shining stars and call-outs of the night are.
All right. So, first of all, what I'm expecting in the next game, we have to keep this intensity up. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This intensity has to be where it is tonight through Game 7. If you want to move on to the next round, which Bruins all season, #1 spot in the division, or in our side of the division, anyhow. You need to keep this up. You need to keep the intensity up. You have the talent. You have everything there is to be to move on to the next round. You need to just keep the intensity up. You need to realize it's win or go home. With that being said, Charlie McAvoy has a little bit of a reputation in the playoffs for not showing up. Tonight, he showed up. He's my shining star of the night. He's the guy that came out and showed out and proved the fact that, he's that guy. He's filling in for the guys who left, and he's going to be that guy going forward. We said this is the beginning of the season. He needs to show that he's the new center, and he's the guy moving forward. It's the younger guys going forward. So he's my shining star. 1 goal, 1 assist. We'll take it. We like that. Keep it up. We want that going forward. In terms of who is the flop, it's a tough go. It's a tough
Call
go.
him out.
Although?
I said call him out.
Call him out?
Oh, call it out. Who is it?
It comes down to just the guys who should be making the plays, the guys in that front line. I don't know if I can narrow down a specific guy, but it's, anyone on that front line who should be scoring goals besides Geekie. Geekie, I think that
Call Pasta out. Call him out.
Man, I don't know.
Call him out. Because the amount of whiffed attempts that he had tonight with open net and puck on stick and he can't deliver is ridiculous.
I would fully support.
I'd
I
fully
hate to
support
do it. It's the same effect you had with Al Horford.
It's
but
the
I'm gonna call
fettuccine
my
effect.
guy David Pastrnak. You can't miss that many goals. You are David Pastrnak. You're supposed to be the goal scorer of this team. You cannot score. I didn't want to call him out. I didn't want to because I know he's talented. And I know he's the guy, but you know what? You got to put him on blast.
I'm going to tell you who he's playing like. He's playing like a rotten tortellini.
Yep. like a rotten tortellini. I like it.
He is a rotten tortellini. Not a tortorello, a rotten tortellini.
Mm-hmm.
Boil your pasta.
He's got to score.
Add your ragu. Put your Alfredo sauce on it, pasta, because I've had enough. I am having pasta withdrawals.
And even in the third, there was 1 or 2 times where he should have finished, where he couldn't have. And there were, for him, easy goals. And you've seen it last game, the game before, and the game after. There were plenty of goals where he could have done better. And he just hasn't. And this is hat-trick king, goal-scoring leader of the league last year. Finish, buddy. Finish. You got it.
So you stole my pasta. Thanks.
Yep.
I was hungry.
Yep.
So I'm going Charlie Coyle. I'm calling out Weymouth's finest. I'm calling him out.
Tell him how it is.
Last time, a couple years ago, on Face the Facts, when we were talking about the same kind of situation going on in the playoffs, I called Mr. CC out. And I am calling him out again because I've had enough of the no-show act. Step up, be a leader, put it in the net.
Yes, sir.
Full stop.
Yep.
Full stop.
And I think that's what's really killing the Bruins. I don't know if it's all in their head or if it's all what it is, but the guys who should be scoring goals aren't. And that's all there is to it.
You got to get their production. Charlie Coyle is the one guy I look at as great regular season dude. Great regular season. But this is rise and shine time, pal.
Yep.
You need to put the next level of your game together when it matters. Bergeron's not here anymore. Krejci's gone. They're a thing of the past. It's now time. And the Bruins believe in you. And the fans want to believe in you. He's a great guy. He does a lot of good things for this team. But this no-show act that we've seen for him cannot continue. So I apologize, Charlie Coyle. You're a stand-up dude. But I got to call it as I see. I got to call it as I see.
Yep.
I've had enough.
That's what we're
I've had
here
enough.
for.
You want to skate? Great. Otherwise, get up to the 9th floor or the 6th floor. I don't care what it is at the Garden. Wherever you got to go. You do your thing, pal.
Get up to those brand new banner seats. Get up there.
Go up to the banners. Go up to sky high where Jack Edwards was. Because if you're not going to do what you're being paid to do, there's a problem there. And as the coach, well, I'm not the coach, but I'll pretend I'm the coach because you know my words of wisdom. They mean a lot.
Yep.
If you're not going to do it, get lost.
Yep.
I'm just done. I'm done with the fun and games here.
Hey,
this
Nick,
is do or die. Get it done.
We called them out after the Celtics game and they won. So I would call us honorary coaches.
That we should be. We should be bulletin board number 1 with these wonderful gentlemen here hosting this great show. Call it as they see. Have these 2 people call out certain players. Use it to your advantage. We're giving it to you. We're giving it. So You're
welcome for the motivation.
We'll see what happens on Thursday night. So you've heard a lot of us ranting and raving about things. I do know that the Red Sox also played tonight. Woohoo! Final. The Red Sox actually just did go final. They won by a final score of 5-4 in 12 innings. We congratulate them, and they get the job done. I'm just going to look at the final box score here to see what was done because, we have a job here. Our job was to get this done, get our show done and everything while this was going on here. I just want to make sure that is correct. Hold on.
Yep. I was watching it live.
Bernardino has the win. Yep. Bernardino got the win. We have Bernardino got the win. Do we know who got the game-winning hit?
I do not. I was too busy having a fabulous conversation with you.
Well, we congratulate the let's go down. Actually, I can do it right here. 12th inning, Romy Gonzalez singled on a ground ball, and Connor Wong scored. So it looks like Romy Gonzalez was the guy that got our game-winning hit from what I see here on RedSox.com. We're just giving to you live, as we call it from here. But that's where we come up winners tonight. Winners in Boston right now. So we're happy campers.
We will see you again. Coach Nick and Pat.
That is.
I'm just saying. Boston's on a tear since me and you started doing this.
Yeah. Stay in Montana or Wyoming or wherever the heck you are, Brendan.
I believe he's in Ohio at the moment.
We got it covered.
He's on his
That's
way
going to
back.
do it here. That's going to do it here for tonight. We got the Celtics big game as they come back to the Garden for tomorrow night, and we will break that down along with the Red Sox and everything too. We hope everybody has a great rest of your night. We hope you had a nice time with the entertainment over here from the Nick and Pat Show. That'd be cool for a new syndicated program there. Let's get the networks on that, the Nick and Pat Hour. We will see you again real soon. Congrats to the Bruins. We'll talk soon, folks. Good night.